The K&N Series 69 Typhoon Cold Air Intake is a great choice for the 2024 and newer Mustang GT or Dark Horse owner who wants a high-quality intake that's going to provide them with more performance and an even better intake sound. Featuring K&N's signature reusable filter and a set of aluminum intake tubes, this gives you the best of all worlds. K&N has long been one of the biggest names in the cold air intake game, and when you look at their kits, it's not hard to see why. This one of course includes two of everything to mate up properly to the S650's twin throttle body setup and let more air pass through it. And that, as always, is the name of the game when it comes to cold air intakes. More airflow means more power. Now this kit includes two of K&N's signature washable air filters. Each is about 5 inches tall and about 5 inches wide. That means there's a lot of filter packed into a little bit of space, and the deep pleats give them plenty of surface area to both allow airflow and catch dirt and debris. Now these are also oiled filters, which gives you another layer of protection against harmful dirt and particulates. The multi-layer cotton gauze media plus that oil on top of it is really going to do a great job of getting pretty much everything out here, and it's going to keep it right in the filter and save you from having it go through your engine like you might find with a more permeable paper filter. These can also be washed, re-oiled, and reused as well, so if you're planning to keep your Mustang for a long time, these will save you some money in maintenance. Now K&N says you can go up to 100,000 miles between filter services. However, that is really going to depend on how and where you drive your car, so just keep an eye on them. I usually clean mine every year, and that process is pretty quick and easy. It takes you a little bit of time, and then you're back on the road with basically a brand new filter. In this kit, the filters are surrounded by big heat shields, and there is weather stripping that's included with the kit to help keep out the hot engine bay air, so you can take advantage of the additional airflow that those filters are going to provide. These then feed the engine through a pair of aluminum intake tubes, and these are probably my favorite part of the kit. Not only are they less restrictive than the factory accordion style tubes, but the resonance of the aluminum combines with that open air box designed to give you a lot more intake noise. You won't hear much of a difference when you're cruising around with light throttle inputs, but when you put your foot down, it's going to get really aggressive because you'll get to hear those throttle bodies open up and you hear lots of good intake noise. And that is definitely my favorite part of this entire kit. But another big positive here is that this is a no tune required intake, so you don't need to invest in a custom tune or a flash tuning module in order to get this setup to work on your Mustang. However, as with any cold air intake, don't go in expecting huge power gains. You will still feel some difference in the way the car responds, but big power gains are not going to be achieved just by bolting on the intake. That of course means that though a tune is not required, we would recommend having one to maximize your performance gains if that's what you're going for. The filters again feature that cotton gauze media, and they are oiled, so again they'll do an excellent job of filtering out dirt and debris. The intake tubes and the heat shields are both made of aluminum, so they are lightweight and heat resistant, and they give you that cool resonance. The tubes are finished in this nice metallic graphite gray, and your heat shields are finished in black, so this is going to look nice and clean when you have it installed on the car too. Plus you get some really nice couplers included, and even Venturi adapters right here for your mass airflow sensors to get these mounted up and make airflow nice and smooth. Pricing for this one comes in at about $875, making this a more premium offering within the segment. But if you want that additional peace of mind that comes with oiled filters and the cool sound that comes with an open box and aluminum intake tubes, this one is definitely worth the price of entry. Installation gets a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you around 1 hour to complete. Now all the clamps and pieces that you need to get the job done are included in the box. However, as you can see, there is a little bit of assembly that is required, but you don't need to modify anything on the car itself in order to get this installed. With that, let's head on out to the shop and we'll walk you through the install process step by step.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet, clip remover tool, diagonal cutters, 2.5 and 4 millimeter Allen wrenches, T20 Torx driver, an extension, 7, 8, and 10 millimeter sockets, and a tape measure. Today we're installing intakes on our Mustang. First you're going to watch a quick uninstall video showing you how to remove your factory intakes, and I'll meet you back here for the install.
All right, so we're going to start at the throttle bodies here. We have 2 clamps. Now both sides are pretty much the same. The only difference are these 2 clips. So we're going to loosen up our clamps here first. We're going to grab our ratchet, extension, and 7 millimeter socket. Now we're just going to take our hoses off. So this one, you simply push down the black tab and pull off. This one, there's a tab on the bottom. Push it over and release. It's just a simple push tab over, just like that. Now everything further is the same on both sides. So now we're gonna disconnect our mass airflow sensor, pull back on this white locking tab, push down, pull back, and grab our clip removal tool, and just pop our harness off the intake tube there. All right, now on the back side of the intake, you'll see one 10mm bolt holding it down. Grab a ratchet extension, 10mm socket, take that out. Now you go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, then we can pull our air boxes out. Just pull that off the throttle body and lift straight up. Get this stuff off. All right, now this airbox is hitting this relay here. There's a little release tab. I'm gonna pull that back and lift that up, out of the way, and that'll allow us to get the airbox around the fuse box and pull out of the car.
So now we're gonna start assembling our intake boxes. I'm gonna start with this weather strip. Now we have two included in the kit. One's 56 inches and the other is 61. The 61 is going to be for the driver side, 56 is going to be for the passenger side. On this passenger side one, we need to cut a 24-inch strip and a 32-inch strip. And on the driver side, it's going to be a 25-inch strip and a 36-inch strip. So I've got my tape measure. I'm going to measure it out, cut at 24, and then we'll just verify that the other side is at 32. So now I've got this laid out with my tape measure. We're going to measure out to 24 right here, and then we're going to make our cut. I've got a pair of diagonal cutters. There is a little bit of metal inside the part that clips onto the box, so a regular pair of scissors isn't going to do it for this one. So now I've got my 24-inch strip. I'm just going to confirm that this is 32, and this is about 33. So I'm just going to trim off a little bit at the end to make it 32. So I'm going to start with my 24-inch smaller strip. That's going to be going on the top of the airbox, and then the longer one's going to be going on the bottom. So I'm going to start right in this corner right here. You want to get the side with the two halves, and we're just going to press that on and into place. And we're just going to do that all the way around. The 90-degree angle corners are the toughest. You got to really bend it around and push it on there. And then I like to come back to the corner, put that flat on the table, and push the airbox down into it. And we'll just continue all the way around. And then from the point that we started at is where we're gonna start our longer strip. We're gonna come all the way around here. This corner is going to be tough since it's double corner, and then we'll just run it all the way up. So just start it right at the edge of the first one. Put that down and around, and bend it around that first corner. Next, we've got this piece that's going to go right in this circular cutout. We're going to need to trim this down to 4 inches. So put it right next to my tape measure. And I'll just cut that with diagonal cutters. And then we're just going to test fit this. We need to apply super glue inside of it to get it to hold. So I want to make sure it's the right length before I do that. And we're a little bit long, so I'm going to trim a little bit more off of there. And recheck. And now that's the perfect size. So now I threw some gloves on just so I don't get super glue all over my hand. Now we have super glue included in the kit. So I'm just gonna open that up, and we're just gonna put a little line of it. We don't need a ton. And then you wanna get it on before that super glue dries and closes this up. And we're just gonna pop it on. We'll just give it a couple minutes to dry before we move on. Next, we're gonna install our adapter between our filter and our pipe. Has our mass airflow sensor. So we're gonna need to rotate this down so that that lines up with that notched cutout. And then we're gonna rotate it until this is up and towards the back of the car. This is gonna be the front of your airbox. So you want that angled a little bit back. And then you're gonna take your Allen head bolts with a lock washer and flat washer and thread into the 2 threaded holes. And I've got the one on the other side as well. And I'm gonna grab a 4mm Allen wrench and tighten those bolts down. Now we can install the leg that's gonna go into our grommet. This is gonna be on the outer mounting hole if you're looking at it from the front. So this is the front of our intake box, and this is gonna be the outermost hole. So we're gonna grab that. We've got a hex head bolt with lock washer and flat washer. We can just spin this on, get that as tight as you can by hand, and then just finish that off with a 10mm socket. Now we can pop our logo into these 2 holes. Just push that in, and then it's gonna be loose. So we're gonna flip it around to the other side, and we've got our locking clip. We've got this side's flat, that's gonna go against the box, and then the one with the 2 raised holes is gonna go away from the box. So now I've got my passenger side airbox here. We need to transfer over our MAF sensor as well as this grommet that's going on the foot that we installed. So I'm gonna take a T20 Torx driver to remove these 2 screws off my sensor. I'm gonna swap it into the new hole, and then we've got new bolts as well. So we're just gonna pop out our sensor, transfer it right over in the same orientation. And then we have these small Allen bolts that are gonna be threading into that adapter. And then we're gonna take a 2.5mm Allen wrench to run these screws in. Get them both run in before you start tightening them down. And then I'm just gonna grab this grommet. You can just wiggle that right off. And then I'm just gonna pop that on over here. And we're good to get this into the Mustang. So now we're gonna go ahead and slide our intake box in. Now we've got this part that's gonna clip around a funnel that's right underneath of our washer reservoir. It's not gonna be able to be seen on camera, but you can kind of see from our factory one how that's gonna go. So I'm just gonna slide this down and angle it in. Get it slid over there. Pop this down. We've got this hole right here that our grommet's gonna sit in. And then we have that bolt that's going in the other hole right down here. I'm just gonna line up my hole, start threading that bolt in. So now I'm gonna take that relay and wrap that around and then slide my intake box into place. Now this little seal here is gonna go around the wire for that. And then we'll push our grommet into place, get our filter in before we have it fully mounted in place, because you're not gonna have enough room to get it in. And then we've got this hole right here that's gonna slide over that clip. Pop that down into place. And then we've got that bolt for the other mounting tab. It's gonna be right under this red cover. You can pop it up to get it out of the way. I'm gonna get my bolt threading. And I'm gonna grab a 10mm socket and extension and tighten that bolt down. I'm gonna have to pop that relay back on. Pop the cover back on. And now while we're over here, I'm gonna tighten down my filter. So we've got it completely slid onto that adapter. Now I'm just gonna rotate my clamp up and take an 8mm socket, tighten it down. Now I like to keep my clamps hardware as hidden as possible, so I'm tightening it down back here. Now next, on the passenger side, we're gonna have to replace our evap hose here. We've got a longer one because our new pipe has it in slightly a different place and it's not long enough to reach. So we're gonna have to pop off our engine cover. We've just got grommets holding this in. So just grab it, lift, pop all those grommets out, and then you can set that to the side. And then we're just going to be disconnecting this hose. So you can just kind of wiggle it back and forth while pulling to get that to pop. We're going to do the same thing on our connector side. And then we're just going to push the new one on. So just push and twist. And then we'll just do the same thing back here. And then with that in place, we're going to run it out of that slot and reinstall our engine cover. Push all your grommets back down into place. So now we're going to grab our couplers. The one that's straight is going to be going on your throttle body. So slide a clamp on, get your hardware positioned in between your throttle bodies, and then work that coupler on. Make sure that it's seated all the way around. And then we've got our coupler that's 2 different sizes. The bigger side is going to go on this adapter and the smaller side is going to go towards our pipe. We've got a slightly bigger clamp for the adapter side, and then the other 3 are going to be the same. If you look at the stamp, you can see this is 84 to 107. This is 78 to 104, so bigger and smaller. Let's put the bigger one on the adapter side and slide it on. And then we're going to get our 2 smallers, get them on the other sides of those couplers, and then maneuver our intake pipe in. I'm going to start with the filter side and then rotate it up and into the throttle body. And then we'll grab our 8mm socket and start tightening down all of our clamps. Now make sure that your clamp is on that coupler all the way around. And now we just need to connect our evap hose. Push that on until it clicks into place, and then click your mass airflow sensor in. And then on the other side, you've got that white locking tab that you need to push down once you have this on to lock it into place. Once you're done with one side, you can do the same thing on the other side. You just don't have to replace this line over there. You can just plug in the factory right into your new intake tube. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the K&N Series 69 Typhoon Cold Air Intake for your 2024 and newer Mustang GT and Dark Horse. Thank you for watching. For all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.